Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Deden Hermawan from Class A, major in Public Administration, Faculty of Social and Political Science, State Islamic University Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. On this occasion, I will explain about the foreign policy of East Timor or Timor-Leste. East Timor in Tetum language, East Timor or officially the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste. Portugis República Democrática de Timor-Leste, in Tetum República Democrática Timor-Leste. Before independence, East Timor is a country in Southeast Asia. This country is located to the north of Australia and the eastern part of the island of Timor. In addition, the territory of this country also includes the island of Cambing or Achaura, Checo, and Exlep, Oikose, Ambeno in West Timor. East Timor was colonized by Portuguese in the 16th century and was known as Portuguese Timor until 28 November 1975, when the Revolutionary Front for the Independence of Timor-Leste declared the territory's independence. 9 days later, Indonesia invaded and later annexed East Timor. East Timor was declared the 27th province by Indonesia the following years. The Indonesian occupation of East Timor was marked by decades of intense conflict between separatist groups and the Indonesian military. On 30 August 1999, in a referendum sponsored by the United Nations, the majority of East Timors voted for the independence from Indonesia. Okay, now condition of East Timor or Timor-Leste. Number 1, social and demographic condition. Country of East Timor, which we now know as Timor-Leste, has a majority population dominated by descendants of the Malay Polynesian. The official language used for communication are Portuguese and Tetum. Tetum is included in the Austronesian language category, most of which are borrowed words from Portuguese and Indonesian. But in general, the people of Timor-Leste most often use the Tetum language to communicate in everyday life. Timor-Leste has an area of 14,874 km, with a population of 1,321,929 people in 2018. Timor-Leste population growth in 2018 was 2.32%. The majority of East Timor population is ethnic Austronesian and Roman Catholic, about 96.9%. Number 2, domestic politics and governance. Timor-Leste runs a semi-presidential form of government with a parliamentary system of government. Based on the function carried out, there are 4 types of high state institutions which can be distinguished as follows. 1. President of the Republic. 2. National Parliament. 3. Government. And 4. Judicial institution. With the establishment of this high institution, the government of Timor-Leste is trying to build a democratic nation and state. Even so, this newly independent country was already faced with the problem of stability among the political elites in power at the time. There were 3 competing political actors at the time, namely Karana Gusmao, who was none other than the founder of Timor-Leste with the dominant political party at the time. The practice of anarchy then reached its peak in 2006 by causing instability in the political, security, and economic field until now. Number 3, economic situation. As a small country and just coming out of a certain post-conflict, it is still lagging behind in all respects. The role of the government in the economy is very large, with the public sector being the engine of economic growth in Timor-Leste. State revenues from petroleum are the main source of financing for the government of Timor-Leste. However, over time, the economic condition in Timor-Leste did not live up to expectation. In order to ease the burden that must be borne In the economic field, finally, in 2010, his party received financial assistance from the United States. The loan amount to 10 million US dollars and is destined to control state finance. This foreign policy is stated in the Constitution of the Democratic Republic of East Timor, in Article 8, Paragraph 2 concerning international relations, which read as follows: The Democratic Republic of East Timor shall establish relations of friendship and cooperation with all other people, aiming at the peaceful settlement of conflicts, the general simultaneous and controlled disarmament, the establishment of a system of collective security, and establishment of a new international economic order capable of ensuring peace and justice in the relation among people. From this article, we can understand that Timor-Leste to build cooperative relation with other countries, with the hope of achieving of a peaceful resolution of the conflict, disarmament, and affording to create a system of mutual security in the new economic order to ensure peace and justice in the country. East Timor relation with Asian countries. Timor-Leste also maintains relations with other Asian countries such as Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Laos, Cambodia, Brunei Darussalam, Vietnam, and Myanmar to get support for Timor-Leste to become a permanent member of ASEAN. Timor-Leste effort to enter ASEAN. Since Timor-Leste has received international recognition for its independence, it has directly positioned itself to be involved and take part in the ASEAN community. The initial step taken was by participating in meetings with countries that are under the auspices of ASEAN as observers. After obtaining observer status within ASEAN in 2002, Timor-Leste accelerated its efforts in preparing well-established human resources to fill in the post required to participate in ASEAN organization. In 2005, Timor-Leste joined the ASEAN Regional Forum, and in 2007 signed the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation. The step show the significance of Timor-Leste interest in joining ASEAN. Timor-Leste also attended a number of ASEAN meetings to complete its red line and build its capacity. Its serious effort to enter the ASEAN membership arena marked when Timor-Leste finally submitted its application formally on March 2011. This indicates the recognition of sovereignty and commitment to Timor-Leste desire to cooperate with ASEAN. There are three basic differences that ASEAN takes into consideration in accepting the application between Timor-Leste and the CLMV countries. Number one, geographic economic factor. Geographically, economically, the reason ASEAN accepted CLMV countries is that these countries are close to the strategic route of the South China Sea and are directly opposite China. Meanwhile, geographically and economically, Timor-Leste is judged to far from the strategic path that will benefit ASEAN. Timor-Leste is geographically closer to the Pacific Ocean. Number two, important factors. ASEAN main focus when accepting CLMV countries was security, while factors other than security were not taken into account. ASEAN quickly accepted CLMV countries to avoid delays in recruiting potential countries that would support it to stem the influence of other actors outside ASEAN. At the time of receiving Timor-Leste application, ASEAN was in the process of releasing the 2020 ASEAN Economic Community, which will eventually accelerate to 2015. It is not only the security factor that affects Timor-Leste acceptance, but now it is increasing in the economic aspect. Selection of the application is increasingly difficult. Number three, difference in selection process. The rules that apply when a CLMV country application is submitted are only one signing a cooperation agreement with ASEAN, When Timor-Leste submit its application, the conditions that must be met are increasing. In addition to signing the TAC, the applicant country must pass the selection made by the ASEAN Security Council and the applicable rules in the ASEAN Charter. There are several factors behind Singapore's attitude, which until now has rejected the agenda of Timor-Leste entry into ASEAN, which we can understand as follows. Number 1, Timor-Leste long-term interest concern ASEAN and recall the argument made in favor of opening ASEAN membership to Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam, or CLMV countries, to counter the potential domination of non-ASEAN actors in the Southeast Asian region. Timor-Leste as a new country received a lot of soft assistance, which was not always released in the form of funds. Number 2, fact-finding of various types of intervention outside Southeast Asia accepted by Timor-Leste. Number 1, a number of government buildings in Dili, including the Presidential Palace and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, will and funded by China, escaped. Number 2, in 2010, Timor-Leste received financial assistance from the US or United States. The total one is 10 million US dollar, and the realization is extended to control state finance. In addition, the loan is used by Timor-Leste for the country economic activities. Through this loan, the total income balance of the state of Timor-Leste reached 10 million US dollar at the end of 2011. And number 3, Timor-Leste close relationship with Australia. Of course, it's not easy to leave Australia after receiving assistance indirectly during critical times to gain state sovereignty. Okay, thank you for the attention, guys, and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.